going to be diving into the click-by-click school build out. So let's get into it. All right, so inside this video, we're going to do a full click-by-click build, everything you need to know to set up your community from scratch. And we're going to do it together, which is super exciting. Now, if you want to be kept up to date with all the exclusive updates, then make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter. And if you want to get access to exclusive and bonus content, then you'll find that on my Instagram and YouTube. And if there's anyone that you think can benefit from this course, this material, and you think should see this, then please do share it and let's impact people together. All right, so we're going to do this click-by-click build out together. If you click the link down below this video, it's going to take you to this page. And this page is where you sign up and create your Skool account. So we're basically going to set up a free community. And I'm going to take you through all the different steps. And so you come to this page, you put in your name, your card info, and then you start your free trial. And you can see that you're going to get a 14-day free trial. And then it's $99 per month thereafter. You will be signing up via our affiliate link. And we are giving 1% of all of our profits to Habitat for Humanity. So I'm going to get signed up and then we're going to go inside the platform and we're going to work through it step by step together. All right, we're in. So once you've signed up, you're basically going to land inside of the Skool platform and it's going to look like this. And so inside of this particular lesson, we're going to set up your free Skool community. And this is basically going to be the funnel that funnels people into the paid community. So we're just going to start with the free community right now, and I'm going to take you through all the different steps and just show you around the platform so you understand exactly what to do and how to set things up. And so we're going to start with the settings, and we're going to come into here, and then we're going to go into general. So we'll start here. Now we're basically going to just stick with this group name for now, but you can obviously change this group name. And then once you actually get into the paid Skool account, because you're in a 14-day free trial right now as we speak, you can then upgrade the URL. So right now they've just given us a random URL, but that can be upgraded after the 14 days. Or sorry, that can be changed after the 14 days and we start paying for the subscription. So we're going to need an icon and we're going to need a cover photo. I would simply just take imperfect action initially, put something here, but I'll just share with you some ideas of what you could do. So if you come over to Canva, and you go to logo, you can actually basically come up with a logo based on some of these things that you can see here. So I could just put in, for example, like tech, and it may give me something that looks like this, for example, okay? And then I can actually take this and I can change it, and let's just call it C and C. And I can change this to community. And then I could essentially use that if I wanted to as my icon, okay? So if I come here and I download this, all right, that's been downloaded. I can come here, I can go to my downloads, there we go, save. And see how that is pretty simple to put that icon there. That may not be the thing that I stick with, but that's just one way of doing it. And so really easy to do. You can do that inside of the logo section inside of Canva. You just saw me do that. Or you could simply just go to Google, search a logo design creator, and you could simply come up with a logo design that way. But really easy way to do it there. So we'll stick with that for now. And then I'm going to come back to the test group, and then we're going to need to upload a cover photo. So this is essentially going to be the thing that we see here, because right now there's nothing there. So I'm just going to go to settings, go back to general, and then I'm going to go to upload cover photo. Now, in terms of what I'm going to use, I'm just going to use what I've got in my community, which is this one. And you can create all kinds of different designs. You could put something up like this, or you could just put an image up if you want. If I go into the actual main Skool community, I'll just show you. They've got just a picture of the Skool office. So you can have a picture there, you can have a graphic there. In my Skool community, I've got basically this up. So we're just going to put that there for now. And I created this in Canva. And I also used a tool called, I'll just show you. Firefly Adobe to get this this funky text. So I basically just used this, and I went to the text effects and I created something in there. But there's a million different ways you could create this cover photo. You could just put an image up there. But for now, we're going to take this and we're going to put that in its place. So I'm just going to go download. I do love Canva, by the way. Like, I do so much on Canva. It's such a great tool, and it's very easy to use. So we'll let that download, and then we're going to upload it. All right, so I'm going to go to upload cover photo. I'm going to grab that. Done. Also, so things look congruent, I'm going to wait for this to upload, and then I'm going to take this out, and I'm just going to put in my actual logo as well for, where is it? For my community. So everything looks congruent and you can see how it would look. So I'm just going to download this, and then I'm going to upload it. And then we hit save. And then if we come out of this right now, update settings, you're going to see that we've got that here and that there. So that's really step one, and that's where I'd begin. So the next thing is to come up with a group description, and I'm going to put in here what the group is going to be about, which is monetize your passion, skills, or expertise. And that's it, super simple. And we're going to update the settings. And that's done. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move down these categories and just fill everything out in logical sequence. So because this is going to be the free community, we're not going to set up any payment here. So we're going to skip that. We're going to keep it free, and we're going to move on to categories. So we're inside the categories section, and essentially what this allows group members to do is like tag specific posts under specific categories. So if I come outside of this, you can see here, basically got general discussion. So if someone clicks on general discussion, it's going to populate everything under general discussion. And when someone creates a post, they have an option here to basically select a category. So we're going to add in some additional categories, and these are just some examples of what you could do too. So I'm going to go to add category, and then I'm going to come over to my sheet here. I'm going to scroll up and find the categories that I've got laid out. Here we go. So we're going to go ask. I'm going to drop this in, and I just recommend putting a short description with each one of them. Right, so I'm just going to put all of these in here, and I'll just walk you through them. All right, I've punched all those in, and we've now got 4 categories. So we've got general discussion, which is the one that's there as standard. Now that we've got other categories, you could, if you wanted to, delete this one, but I recommend keeping that one in. And then we've got ask, share, and wins. And I've just put a short description for each one of these down below. So if we come out of this and we come back to the community and we hit refresh, then what you should see is the different categories. There we go. So ask, share, and wins. So now when someone creates a post or you create a post, you can select a different category. And this then just makes it easy to find specific things inside of the community. So really simple to do. And these are just examples of what your categories could be. Inside of the document that you'll find inside the community and below this lesson, you'll see that I've got the categories there if you do want to just copy and paste that over to your group. All right, so moving on from that, we're going to dive into the plugins. So the feature that I'm using here personally is this one. So auto DM new members. And you can see that right now it's off. Okay. Now we're going to turn it on. And essentially, this is going to be a DM that gets sent out to all of your new members on your behalf. So you can see here, it says send a new DM to members to welcome them to start a conversation. The DM will be sent at a random time, 1 to 5 minutes after the member joins. And so this is just a nice little thing that you can add on to make sure that everyone that comes into the community is getting a message and is actually directing them where you want them to go. So look at what I've done here. So, hey name, welcome to the creators and community group. So if you use like that specifically, and that it will customize it to their name and the group name. And then I've basically just said, if you haven't already, check the 2 pin posts at the top of the group. Okay. and then I just sign it off. Now, I'm going to explain this a little bit later on in the video. There's a couple of pinned posts that I do recommend creating, but essentially I want to direct them to that specifically. So in this DM, everyone's going to get that, and they're going to get directed back to the pinned post, which we're going to complete and map out together later on in this video. So if I just come out of this right now, you can see that the auto DM is on and that bit is set and we're good to go. I'm just going to share with you the metrics section quickly. This is basically where you can see the total members, and you'll see the growth curve as your community starts to grow, which is going to be awesome. You'll also be able to see like active members here and daily activity. Right now, there's obviously nothing in here because this is a brand new group, but this will start populating pretty quickly and start giving you some really nice data to look at once you get more people into the community. Now, the next category is this one, which is the gamification option. And this is what I love so much about the Skool platform compared to other platforms out there, because this really makes education fun and we can really gamify the process. And so I'm going to share with you how we can do this. I'm going to give you some examples, and hopefully this sparks some ideas for you when it comes to gamifying your own community. But essentially what you can do is you can come in here and you can edit the names of the levels. But what you can also do is when people reach certain levels, I'll just go back into it. So when people reach certain levels, and I'll show you how they do that in a second, that can unlock specific courses, okay? So this gamifies the process of people like going through the courses. So I'm going to basically share with you an example of how I've done this, and hopefully that sparks some ideas for you. So I'm inside a community that I've already prepared, and I'm inside the classroom section here. And we'll dive into this a little bit deeper in order how to set the classroom section up later on in the video. But I just want to share with you this gamification piece. So if I come here and I go to edit course, you can see here that all members have access to this particular course, okay? So all members have access. So when someone comes into this community, they're going to see this, they're going to be able to click on it, and they're going to come to this first lesson. And here's what I've decided to do, right? I decided to give everyone access to the first lesson in the first module. And they can see this video here. And then basically, in order to unlock these next lessons, then they need to basically follow some steps. So I basically map it out here. How to unlock the rest of module 1 and basically get access to these things. In order to unlock the above lessons and the rest of module 1, all you need to do is level up to level 2 in the community. All you need is 5 points and level 2 will be unlocked. So I'm basically just spelling it out for the members in terms of how they would essentially get access to the rest of the course materials. And I've put in this image here where it basically explains how they can get to level 2, because inside of my Skool community, your Skool community, any Skool community, let's say someone does a post and they get a like, that gives them a point. And that point then would contribute to them getting to the next level in the game, essentially. And they only need 5 points to reach level 2, and then the rest of the course content will be unlocked. And then underneath, I've actually given people some suggestions on how they can get to the next level, just to make it even simpler, right? So some suggestions here is create a welcome post in the group. If 5 people like it, you level up easily, because essentially they would get 5 likes equals 5 points, and then they unlock it. Or create a post in the group sharing your insights or takeaways from the Skool business module, which is this one. Or go leave some thoughtful comments on posts inside the group. So I'm basically just telling people how you rank and get points, and how it's really easy to unlock the course content. And this is just a nice, simple, but fun way of taking people through the course materials. Now, let's look at the next step. So when someone does come into the community, they will see this, but it will be locked and they won't be able to access anything. And the way I've done that is if we click on these 3 dots and we go to edit course, is I've put in a description here in terms of what the course name is. I've also put in unlocked at level 2 for module 1. And then down below, you can see here who can access this course. And I basically come in here, I click the drop down and go members of a certain level. And then I can select the level that I want them to get access to this course. And so they have to reach level 2 in order to get access to this course. And then we hit save and we're good to go. And then inside of here, you can see that we've got all of the all of the lessons, sorry. So as soon as they get to level 2, this is unlocked. Really, really simple. Now, if we go into settings and we go to gamification, I've basically created 2 levels inside of this free community. Level number 1 is new member, and then level number 2 is engager. And then you can see at this level, they unlock the launch plan. And that's essentially how you use the gamification and the levels. And this is how I've set it up in the free community. Now, you can do more with multiple levels because there's 9 levels in total. And you can do all kinds of different things as well in a paid community, unlocking different levels. But this is just one idea that you could potentially use when it comes to gamifying your free community. All right, so the last thing in this section I want to share with you is the links. And this is where you can essentially add a link that's basically going to display here, okay? And this is actually a really neat way to just drive people to the paid community that you're going to be setting up, because what we're setting up here is the free community, which is essentially the incubator or the nurturing funnel that drives people into the paid community where you get to monetize, right? So if we go to settings, links, we can essentially add in a label and a link. So I'm just going to do that and I'll just show you how this looks. All right, so I've just filled it in. I've put in inner circle sign up, which is going to be the name of our paid community. And I've put in a link to the about section of that community, right? And then I'll just hit save. And then if I come out of this and I click on refresh, you're now going to see it here. So inner circle sign up. So anyone that's in the free community is basically going to get exposed to this link, and they could simply click on this link and that's going to take them to the about section or the about page of the paid community where they could then simply just sign up for a subscription. So this is just a nice subtle way of promoting your paid community inside of your free community. So now we're going to head over to the about section and we're going to fill this in. So essentially this is what people are going to see before they join the community. So this is your opportunity to really encourage people to request to join. And so we can put in videos, images, whatever we want here, and we can put multiple images and videos if we want. Now for the free community, I'm just going to keep this really simple. I'm going to go to upload and I'm going to basically just put in the cover photo, which I've got over here. So we'll just let that populate and then it's going to appear like that. Okay. So that's step number 1. And again, you can use images, you can use photos, videos, whatever you want to put in here. I'm just going to use this for simplicity. Then we've got this description section here. And this is our opportunity to really promote the free community and compel people to click. So there should be some really compelling reasons for people to request to join when they do land on this page specifically. So I've already pre-built something out. You're going to find that on the about example here inside the document. So if you're in the free community, you will be able to see this in the document underneath the lesson. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to put it in and I'm just going to polish it up and make it look nice. All right, cool. So basically, we have got a title here, and essentially this is to promote the things that they're going to get inside the community. So how to build a Skool community from scratch, click-by-click Skool build, full tutorial and done-for-you editable templates. Turn your passion, skills, and expertise into profits and monetize a Skool community. This is actually speaking to a specific group of people, right? And people are going to read that and go, oh, that's me. Like, I should be part of this community. So if you can include like who the community is for, then that's going to be a useful thing to have in your about section to compel people to sign up and join. And then every month we give out 4 prizes in this Skool community, another compelling reason for someone to join, and then join now to unlock over 3 hours worth of actionable content. Another big benefit to joining. So you can see here that there's multiple benefits and reasons for someone to basically click join or request to join. And that's what you want to aim to do with your about section is you want to think, there's going to be some random person or potentially a stranger landing on this page, and we've got an opportunity to get them to request to join, and we want to make that as compelling as possible for them to do so. So this is what your free about section could look like. Your paid community would look quite different. and it would have different things on it. But for this example, in this lesson, in the free community, this would be a good example of how it should look. Now we're going to click save, and then we're done. So you can see here that we've got the text in, we've got this in here, and you could include more images. I'll just share with you like another example of what you could put in here. So in a community that I've already built, I've also got a screenshot of the course content as well. So you can see here that this is a little preview of what someone would get from joining. So even though I've spelled it out here, I've also put in an image here so that people can like see a visual representation of what they're going to get inside. And you can also put in screenshots of positive things and comments and posts that people are making inside the community, whatever you can put in here in the images to make it compelling for people to join. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at is the classroom and how to basically create courses inside of Skool. Now, this is really fun, really easy. One of the reasons why I love this platform. So you'd simply come in, put name, description, access to all members if you're giving access to all members, and then you would upload a cover. And then you can have this in drafts or you can have it published, okay? And then you'd basically click add. So I'm going to show you an example of what this would look like once it's done. All right, so this is an example of how it looks once it's been done. So if we just click on this, you can see here that I'll just go edit. I've put in the course name, how to start, grow, and monetize your Skool community from scratch. And then I've just put in a cover photo here, which I created on Canva, super simple, and hit save. And then I'm inside of the module section here. And all I did was I basically added a set. So you can come here and you can add a set, which is this thing here. So I'll just click on that so you can see. So I'll just put module 2, add, and then basically it populates like that. And then I can go add a module to set. So edit, and I'm just going to call this lesson 1. Okay. And that's how I treat it. I treat sets as modules. So you see here, module 1, start schooling, and then that's the lesson. And you saw there how I just added a secondary module and a secondary lesson. So I'm just going to delete that out because we don't need it in. So we'll delete that out. And then you can see here what a lesson actually looks like. And then if we come into the lesson here, you can see that there's a video. And if we click on here, you simply would link a video. You can upload it to YouTube, Vimeo, Loom, or Wista, I believe. And then that basically hosts the video there for you. You can also have video-less lessons if you want and just have text. You would come in below and you can see here that we can put in text in different formats, which you can see below. And also you can hyperlink things as well. So you can literally just go like this. You can click on this button and you can hyperlink things. So nice and simple, nice and easy. And that's how you essentially add things to the classroom. Okay, so I'm just going to come out of this. Just click cancel. I'm going to come out of this. And what I've done is I've given people access in my free community to module 1. They have to essentially get those points, 5 points, and level up to level 2 to unlock the secondary part of the course, which is the full module 1. And then you can see it here. Okay. And the cool thing about this platform is you can move things around like that pretty easily and reorder stuff at a click of a button. So it's just so easy, so simple for anyone to create a course inside of this platform. And this is one of the reasons why I love it, right? And you can see here that we've also got everything hyperlinked down below as well. So if you want to put things down below and hyperlink them, then you definitely can do. And then also you can attach documents. So you can see here, niche selection process questions. If I simply click on this and I go to add and I go to add resource link, I can essentially attach a document. So let's just say I wanted to attach this document, which I built in Google Drive. I would simply click on share. I would go to copy. And then from there, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to drop that link in and I'm just going to call it document. Thank God for spell check, eh? Add, and then the document's there. And if I click on that, it's going to take people to the document. So simple, so easy, and just really, really nice and clean. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to delete that out and cancel. And so you can see there how you can attach documents really, really easily. So that's the classroom section. And this is how I've set mine up for my free community, with just a couple of modules here essentially, or a couple of classroom courses where they unlock the full module once they've basically gone through this and earned 5 points and got to level 2. Now, if we come back to the community, you'll see it pretty empty at the moment, right? There's nothing in here. We've just started it. And the next thing I want to basically take you through is the pinned posts, because essentially there's going to be people coming into the community and you want them to be able to understand who it's for, what they're going to find inside the community, and what they need to do next, right? You want to give them clear instructions and actions to follow. So I've already pre-made some text here, and I'm just going to copy and paste this in, and then I'm just going to walk you through each piece of it and explain it in a little bit more detail. All right, so I've loaded it in. We've got a title here, which I'd recommend putting like start here or begin here at the top, because this is going to be the first thing that we want everyone to see. We're then going to give people an idea of who this group is actually for, so they know they're in the right place. And then basically share with them the key areas that are inside the community. And again, this is just an example, but you can create whatever you want here. And I've put in these 4 things. So community, where you can post, comment, and interact with members. Classroom, where you'll find course materials. Leaderboards, where we give out prizes each month to the top 3 contributors. And I'll talk more about that in a second and what I'm doing. And then search bar, where you'll find specific threads or posts. Okay. And then here are your next steps. So create a welcome post create a new post and welcome yourself in the community. Tell us where you're from and what made you decide to join Creators in Community. So that's essentially step number 1, and we could just label it if we wanted to. Step number 1. And then step number 2 is start schooling and module 1. And what you can do here is, if you highlight that and click on this, you can then hyperlink it to the first lesson essentially in your course material, which is super neat. And then I've just put in some community standards, so to speak, down below. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to general discussion. I'm going to post. And there you have it. So we've got the post. Now, here's what I recommend doing next is basically clicking on these 3 dots and then pin to feed. And then what this is going to do is it's going to turn it yellow and it's going to say pinned. And basically what this means is it doesn't matter what posts get created inside the community. This is always going to stay at the top. Okay. So this means that anyone you come into the community is going to see this first, and it says start here. Okay. And it just makes it very simple for people to get orientated as soon as they come into the community. So that's pin post number 1. You can have up to 3 pinned posts. I recommend having minimum 1 post, but also up to 3. And I'm actually going to share with you a secondary post that I've created. So I'm just going to pull that up and I'm going to copy and paste that in. So you'll find this in the document that will be below this video if you're inside the free community, but I'm just going to copy and paste this in and then talk you through. All right, so I've built out this post, and this is basically a post explaining how we're giving out prizes inside the community. So inside this specific community, we're giving out prizes every single month, and this just explains how people win those prizes. And this is one of the great things that I love about Skool, is you can really gamify the process and make it fun. And we've been doing this for about 2 years in one of our other communities. Our clients have loved it, our members have loved it, and it's created a lot of engagement. So the first one is become a top contributor. Each month, the top 3 people on the 30-day leaderboards will win prizes. You earn points when other members like your posts or comments. So 1 like equals 1 point. And then rank in the top 3 at the end of each month to win a prize. So I'm just going to click save for a second and just show you what I mean by that. So if I come over to this section here, which is the leaderboards, essentially what I'm going to be looking out for is the people that rank in the top 3 here. So based on the points, they're going to land in the leaderboard section. And then this is going to give us an idea of the top contributors. And then based on how to win the prizes, those 3 people are going to get rewarded prizes. So that's one way where we're incentivizing engagement and just making it really fun to be here. And then the next one is share your wins. So use the wins category to share any wins, victories, or success you've had with your own free or paid community. Be as descriptive as possible. Share screenshots, images, or looms in the community and tag Alex Povey. We'll be selecting one person from the wins category each month to receive prizes. Good luck. We're rooting for you. So essentially, if someone comes in here and they create a post talking about a win, a victory, they select wins, they post it in the group. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into the wins tab category. Each month, we're going to be selecting one person there because we want to encourage people to share, to inspire, and to help others inside the community. And this is one of those ways where we're incentivizing it using the prizes. Okay, so super simple. This is just an idea for you. Doesn't have to be the exact thing that you do, but it's just an example of how you can actually gamify this process and reward engagement inside the community. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go to pin to feed, and I'm also going to pin this post as well, because remember, we can pin up to 3 posts, and I want to make sure that everyone sees this as they're coming into the community. Now you'll see that it's replaced this one, and I want this one to be on top. So the way that you do that is you just come here and you go to unpin from feed, and then pin it again. So pin to feed, and then it's going to push it to the top. So you'll see, there we go. So the last thing that you pinned goes to the top essentially. And now we've got our 2 pinned posts, and all the example text that you just saw me create is inside the document below this video if you're inside the free community. So you could take that and just speed up the process of creating your posts too. So the next thing I want to share with you is the calendar section. Now, this is where essentially you could put in events. So let's just imagine you're going to run an event on the 31st of March. And this is going to be for your free community members. You'd come in here, you'd basically put in a title. So let's just call it Masterclass. Don't know what happened there. Masterclass, we'll put in 31st. Then we'll put in 11 a.m., 1 hour. And then you can essentially attach a Zoom link, and then you can put in a description, upload a cover image, and you're good to go, right? So let's just say we put in these things and we go add, and then that's going to appear here. So then people can see that there's a masterclass happening at this time in this location, and here's the description. Now, obviously you want to fill in the things that I didn't fill in just to really make it more compelling for someone to attend. And that's essentially where you can promote events, and all members can see those events. And these can be virtual events, or maybe you've got in-person meetups. It doesn't really matter what the event is, but essentially you can put these events in here. Now, here's a strategic thing you can do. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to delete it. All right, so here's what you can do. If you come into the plus section and create another event, I'm going to type this up and then just explain the process. All right, so I've typed it up. I've put in Q&A call, and I've basically put in the date, which is going to be the 9th of March in this example. We'll put it at 11, we'll put it at 1 o'clock, and then I've selected link, and I've basically put in a link here, and this would be a link to the paid community. Okay, so you've got the free community, which we're in right now, and then you'd set up a paid community, and then you'd hyperlink the paid community here, and you'd put in the description, this call is for members of the inner circle, the paid community. And if we click add, now what this is going to do is it's going to act as a promotional tool to create desire to join the paid community. Because if we click on this, it basically gives people the link here, which would take them to the about page of the paid community, where they could sign up and subscribe. And also it's very clear here that this is for members of the inner circle. So let's just imagine that inside of your paid community, you've got lots of different calls, Q&As, those types of things. I would put the calendar inside of your free community and promote it like I just shared in that example, because that's going to be another way to generate traffic without you really having to do anything to the paid community by simply getting people to find it and click it. All right, so we've covered everything when it comes to setting up your free community and all the different pieces of it. The next thing to do, if you haven't done this already, is click the link below this video. That's going to take you over to this page where you'll be able to sign up and get your 14-day free trial of Skool. And then you can obviously follow these steps and implement everything that I shared with you in this video.